It was morning. That is, it was not yet light, but it was getting on towards 6 o'clock. I woke up in the same armchair. My candle had burnt itself out. They were all asleep at the captain's place, and a rare silence reigned in our flat. First, I jumped up in extreme amazement. Nothing like this had ever happened to me before, even to the smallest details. For instance, I had never fallen asleep in my armchair before. Here, while I was standing and coming to myself, my revolver suddenly caught my eye, ready loaded. But I pushed it away from me instantly. Oh, now for life! Life! I raised my arms and invoked eternal truth. Not invoked, but wept. Ecstasy, a boundless ecstasy, inspired my whole being. Yes, life and preaching. I decided to preach that moment, and of course for the rest of my life. I go to preach. I wish to preach. What? Truth. Since I have seen it, and seen it with my own eyes, seen it in all its glory. And so from that time I have preached. Moreover, I love those who laugh at me even more than all others. Why this is, I don't know and can't explain, but let it remain so. They say that I am already muddled. That is, if I am muddled now, if I am crazy now, what will happen next? It is absolutely true. I am muddled, and perhaps it will be worse later on. I am bound to make mistakes several times until I discover how to preach, that is, in what words and by what actions, because it is very difficult to accomplish. I can see that as clear as day now, but listen, who does not make mistakes? And incidentally, everyone from the philosopher to the brigand goes toward the same goal, only by different routes. That is an old truth, but this at least is new. I can't be wrong. Because I have seen the truth, I have seen it, and I know that people can be beautiful and happy without losing the power to live on earth. I do not wish to believe, and I cannot believe, that evil is the normal state of humanity. And it is only at this belief of mine that they laugh. But how can I help believing? I have seen the truth. Not imagined it in my mind, but I have seen it. Seen it. And the living image has taken possession of my soul forever. I have seen it in such complete perfection that I cannot believe it may not exist among men. And so how can I go wrong? I will take wrong turns, of course, several times even, and will speak in strange alien words, perhaps, but not for long. The living image of what I have seen will always remain with me and will always correct me and set me right. Oh, I am bold and fresh and will go on for 1,000 years if need be. You know, I wanted to conceal the fact that I ruined them, but that was a mistake, the first mistake. But truth whispered to me that I was lying and preserved me and set me right. But I do not know how to establish paradise because I cannot convey it in words. After my dream I lost the words, at least all the important and essential words. But let that be. I will go forward and speak unceasingly because I was an eyewitness, even if I do not know how to describe what I saw. And the people who laugh at me cannot understand this. He just saw a dream, a vision in delirium, hallucinations. Ah, is there any wisdom in that? And they are so arrogant. A dream? What is a dream? Is our life not a dream? I will say more. Let it be so, even if paradise cannot ever come or exist. After all, I can understand that. I will still preach. Yet how simple it is. In a single day, a single hour, it could all be arranged. The important thing is to love others as yourself. That is the important thing, and that is all. Nothing more is necessary. As soon as you discover that, everything will be arranged. And that is, after all, only an ancient truth which men have read and repeated 1,000,000 times, yet have not become accustomed to. A knowledge of life is higher than life. A knowledge of the laws of happiness higher than happiness. That is what we must contend against. And I will. If only everyone wishes it, it will immediately happen. I have sought out that little girl, and I will keep doing so. Hi, this is Scott Dewey, reading Fyodor Dostoyevsky's Dream of a Ridiculous Man. Thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoyed it.